Whoa. Well, that was my lame attempt at a scary laugh. So, hi everybody, it's Darcy Eikenberg. I am the founder of Red Cape Revolution, where we help everyday professionals change their life at work without having to change everything in their life. And I'm recording this on the night before Halloween, hence the lame attempt at a scary laugh. But I want to share with you the 3 scariest people at work, who they are, and more importantly, what to do if that scary person is you. So let's jump in. So, we all know a few really scary people at work, but these are 3 I see time and time again, and they're the ones to look out for. And if they're you, here's what to do. The first one is Frank the firefighter. Frank firefighter. Well, on the surface, everybody thinks that Frank is great. He's the hero. He's the one that comes running when everything is falling apart. He's often the person who is telling you that stuff is going to fall apart in the first place. He's always there. He's ready to fight the fires. Here's why he's scary. Having a hero is great, but when we're so reliant on a hero like Frank, we don't get the chance to develop heroic skills in other people and in ourselves. So when we rely on Frank, that cheats the organization, that cheats other people out of learning, the different ways to get things done, how to respond under pressure, and it really starts to teach your organization to expect fires because Frank will always be there to put them out, rather than building the skills to not have the fires in the first place. Now, maybe you're Frank firefighter. If you are, here's a couple things to do. So first, recognize where you add the most value. Not everything. Just because you can do things doesn't mean you should do everything. Where are your talents, your superpowers going to come in the most handy, and where might they be overkill? Now, if you're Frank firefighter, maybe it's time to bring a colleague along and bring her to the next fire. Show her where the ladders are. Show her where the extinguisher is. Teach somebody the things that you know. Also, it doesn't hurt to step away from the fire once in a while and create some room to let someone else step in. Chances are you're really not fighting a fire that's going to blow up. Somebody, given the chance, will figure out other ways to fix it. And the biggest thing, when you're a Frank firefighter, don't get burned. When you're the one on the front lines, you are always going to be the one who is at risk for making a mistake, for burning yourself out, and really just becoming exhausted and starting to really hate your life at work. So that's why Frank firefighter is scary. Now, here's the second scary person at work, Sandy struggler. Now, Sandy, we all know a Sandy. Life's just really hard for Sandy. Everything feels like walking through mud. And, he can work and work and work, but he just struggles. And you watch it and you feel bad, but you can't quite figure out how to help. And he doesn't quite know how to ask you to help, or doesn't quite know the need that he has. And you just keep waiting for him to get it. And you're waiting and you're waiting. Well, so here's why Sandy is scary. There's nothing worse than somebody who's struggling. They just suck out all the positive energy, all the forward motion, everything in the organization. Now, he might be really nice, but it starts to get hard to be around. And then you start to feel bad because you just can't help the poor guy. So now maybe you are Sandy struggler. So here's what to do if that's you. I've had a lot of people say that, I'm struggling, but maybe this is just the challenge I'm supposed to have for my own good. Well, let me tell you, those struggles can look very similar on the outside, but they are really different on the inside. So trust how you're feeling. Are you exhausted and frustrated by those struggles, or are you energized and hopeful? If you're exhausted, it is time for a change. Now, you might not have to leave your company or even your job to get rid of those struggles. But if you don't change your life at work soon, you're going to be struggling out the door. It is really time, if you're a Sandy struggler, for an honest conversation about why you're doing what you're doing and what you're really meant to do. The third scary person at work. Is Oliver okay? Now, Oliver is the person who, no matter what's happening, you ask how Oliver is, and he'll say, I'm fine. He's perfectly pleasant, he's reliable, and he doesn't really demand much from you or from the company. You don't know a lot about him, though, but, if he says he's fine, you figure you may as well believe him. Well, here's why Oliver is scary. Consistency and reliability those are great things. Until one day, Oliver comes by and he's telling you that he's leaving. And it's in the middle of your big project. It's in the middle of your end of year push. It's right before you're about to go to market with a new product. And you had no idea that Oliver wasn't fine. Well, I've talked to a lot of Oliver Okays out there, and here's what to do if this is you. There is nothing wrong with enjoying your work and your colleagues and your success as you define it. As a matter of fact, my wish for you is that everybody has that in their career. But it needs to be the truth. So is it true for you? Are you really Oliver okay? It's so easy to lie to ourselves and say we're okay when we're really not. We think that changing our life at work can sometimes mean changing too many things in our life, and it just starts to feel overwhelming and hard. So we pretend it's okay. But there are proven ways to change your life at work in small but significant ways that, help you go from okay to excellent. If you're really not okay, this is the time to get the support you need now. So if you saw yourself in one of those 3 scary people at work, I want to invite you to download our Change Your Life at Work toolkit. This is a free toolkit on redcaperevolution.com. It is packed with tools, strategies for you to use, the same kind of tools that I use with my private executive coaching clients. Also in the toolkit, you'll get our ebook called 27 Days to Change Your Life at Work. So if you're having trouble getting started, you can follow this simple, practical steps in this ebook and just get moving forward right now. So to access the ebook, just go to redcaperevolution.com, go to the top of the page, you'll see my smiling face in a little video there, and just click Start Changing Your Life at Work. And you can sign up right there and get access today. So we're happy to provide this for you from Red Cape Revolution. We're looking to help smart leaders change their lives at work without changing everything in your life. If we can help you through our coaching programs, our corporate workshops, our professional group workshops, and other online tools that we have, many of them free at redcaperevolution.com, we would love to talk to you more. So feel free to call our office at 404-857-2738, or you are always welcome to email me directly, Darcy Eikenberg, the founder of Red Cape Revolution, at Darcy, that's DARCY, at redcaperevolution.com.